was in Gainesville, and I was like, man, this guy can fly this 172. It is impressive.
I've had the pleasure of getting to ride in with him during some of his practice sessions and giving me a little bit of a show in terms of how the 172 flies, and going to see a clinic on that today. Now, for the folks at home, just to put this in perspective, these aircraft are much heavier than the ones you saw in the last class. The sport class aircraft are all very light. These are the 172s, 4-seat aircraft. You can take your whole family in them. The Huskies, larger aircraft as well. So that's also why they're kind of put together in this class, is based on their comparable performance.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I mean, these 172s, I mean, this is what the vast majority of pilots are learning to fly in, that are normally going to be working off at least a 3,000-foot strip, and here we're seeing them take off in 250 to 300 feet like it's no big deal. So it's just incredible to watch these guys fly these airplanes.
Matt Peterson's first takeoff, 264 feet. Joel Dobson dropping the hammer, 165 feet. Here's Jeff Harrell now. Getting that tail up.
Oh, great takeoff right there. He was 125 or so right there. That was a good one.
There's Brad Crawford from Hot Springs, Arkansas. Getting that tail up.
Oh, and he's right there close to him. That's there's going to be some good competition in this heat.
So Jeff
Gremlin's always at work, no matter what we do.
Here's the Colonel for his
good
first
approach.
landing.
He's got a good, clean one in the books.
Getting it stopped. Man, he left a huge divot for you.
Right here. And we'll see if he can put it together. And it looks good. Great.
Really good, and modulating those brakes just right to
Yeah,
get that balance just right.
Somewhere around that 115 mark right there. That's
Jeff Harrell now.
a little short. Yeah, a little short.
Yeah, it's a little short for Jeff Harrell. That's hard on the first run.
It is, and it happens. It's happened to me more times than I can count.
Little boost of power, little goose of power, bouncing just a tiny bit.
He still got it shut down quick, though. He was long across the line, but he had his power down.
For folks who see all these aircraft, they're all, the Cessna's notwithstanding. Let's watch the Colonel take off here.
There he is, rotating out. That was a good one right there.
Oh, that was real smooth for the Colonel there. Question I have is, how do you compare, people see a lot of Cub types, right? You've got the Legend Cubs, you've got the Carbon Cubs, you've got the Huskies.
Yep.
What would you say, the big differences when we look at the Huskies? How would you define them?
The Husky's just a little bit heavier built airplane, carries some more fuel, it's a little faster. The angle of incident on the wing's a little different. It just has a different job in the backcountry. If you're going further or carrying more load, maybe an airplane that's better suited for what you have going on. They also all fly a little different. We all have something that we like, so you get in these different airplanes and one just feels right to you. I have guys that I know that are diehard Husky fans and guys that are diehard Cub fans, and John Luton that's coming up the next loves both of them. They all just have a different job in the backcountry.
Missions within missions.
What's that?
I said missions within missions. You got
missions within missions. That is very correct.
Okay, here's Brad Crawford on the line. Got those VGs on the leading edge to help the air stay connected to the wing. Off nice and short.
Very nice. Yeah, he was sub 100 feet right there. So feel free. That's calling everybody in to help you. And it also has satellite techs that can help you out, communicate with your family and friends when you're out of service.
So
not learned well. I'd want to be right on the line every time, but it bites me pretty regularly.
Really solid landing for Joel Dobson there. His previous landing was 108 feet. I'm not sure we're that short this time. Gave up about 25 feet.
Jeff, we'll see if he can get it across the line. Oh, it may have just been a little short there.
Yeah, it's
like we were talking, just a little bit of wind that comes out of you and you fall short.
It's on now for Jeff to get one on the board third time around.
You know, and as a pilot that flies this, you may have one that was close, and you may be flying around not knowing you had a scratch. So
remind you of as the Colonel takes off here is make sure to go to nationalstole.com/vote. nationalstole.com/vote to vote for your fan favorite.
So, Ryan, let me ask you, since you get to ride in all these different airplanes across the country, which one's your favorite out of the National Stoll series?
Oh, I like all my children equally.
Oh, no. Last night on our way back from DI's, Ryan was pulling some excellent formation flying. And, the Carbon Cup may be a soft spot for you. I think you did some excellent flying there.
No, that was very kind of you to say. I'm going to punch while Joel takes off here. He's getting his tail up. Beautiful, beautiful 172, that straight tail dragger 172. Not a lot of those are on. Most 172s, as you know, nose gear.
Right.
So, obviously, I have some, I have to fly, like I've not flown a Husky yet. There's a lot of aircraft, legend aircraft I haven't flown yet. But, had the luxury to experience a lot of them. Let's see what happens here. We've got it. Jeff Harrell's got to get a good one on the board.
Yeah, we got to get him down across the line.
I guess what I'll say is I get the Carbon Cup.
You get it.
I used to see it and go, I don't get it. Like, it's a very expensive airplane. Could you just get a Super Cub? Could you use whatever, right? And now I get it. So.
I'm glad to hear that. One of the backstories from one of y'all's flight was during the takeoff, you were ready to push the stick forward, but they perform excellent with two people full of fuel, and that's what we saw last night. We all were loaded up with folks still taking off sub 200 or 300 feet. Excellent job right there. That's about all you can ask out of that right there. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
he's just over 100 feet right there. That's excellent.
You know, he was a bus driver, right?
And he got a clean one. Good job.
Yeah, nice.
Good job. And he got it shut down pretty quick right there.
Okay.
That one looked like it may have been a little bit short. We'll have to go to the review and see.